Since coming home from Japan 3 months ago, I haven't really gone around Metro Manila that much. My life has basically been home office during weekdays. I do go out on weekends, but not that often. It was only recently, when I restarted this channel, that I began going out again. Before going to Japan, one of my hobbies and my way to relax and de stress was just going around different places in Metro Manila, wandering and observing. Hello everyone, my name is Onad, and today I decided to head out somewhere. I chose to visit Baclaran this time. I haven't been there in quite some time, and I'm curious to see what it looks like in 2026. So, today, join me in this short walking tour as we discover Baclaran. Let's start here at MRT Ayala and make our way to Baclaran Church. MRT Ayala is one of the most convenient stations since it gives access to popular malls in the Ayala area like SM Makati, Greenbelt, and Glorieta, all of which are interconnected. From this station, we'll ride the train southbound until we reach Taft Avenue, the last station. Today is Sunday, so I'm not really expecting the usual weekday rush hour crowd. From here to Taft Avenue is only 2 stations away, and the fare is just 13 pesos. Compared to Japan, where there are ticket machines that let you conveniently buy tickets or reload your card, here it's more manual. So when it's crowded, especially during rush hours, it can easily get chaotic and the lines can become very long. Because of that, getting a ticket can be quite inconvenient and time consuming. I don't really ride the MRT often, so sometimes it gets confusing to figure out which direction is south or north once you're already inside. And when you're not used to it, it's easy to overlook the directional signs. Most of the time, I just end up asking the guards I see around. It's the quickest and easiest way to make sure I'm heading the right direction. The crowd today is typical for a weekend. Not too crowded, but not empty either. On weekday rush hours, there's usually a long line and the platform can get quite packed. The intervals between trains are also often too long to accommodate all the passengers, so people really pile up during peak hours. We're lucky this time that we didn't have to wait long. Inside is not that crowded, but you can immediately feel that the space is narrower compared to trains in Japan. Many trains in Japan are actually built larger than standard dimensions, so the layout feels more spacious and comfortable even when you are standing. And finally, we've reached Taft Avenue, and from here, it's probably just a 5 to 10 minute walk to Baclaran. It's a short distance, but it's usually quite lively, so it may take a bit longer depending on the crowd. This station is actually always more crowded because it connects to LRT1 and other terminal areas for buses and jeepneys going to Cavite and nearby provinces. Because of this, it serves as a major transfer point for a lot of commuters. You'll often see people arriving from the train and immediately heading out to different directions, some going to work, others heading home to the provinces, and many just passing through to catch their next ride. Throughout the day, there's a constant flow of passengers coming in and out, which makes the area feel busy almost all the time, even outside of rush hours. The mix of train commuters, bus passengers, and jeepney riders keeps the station and surrounding streets active and crowded. As usual, the weather is very hot today. Typical Metro Manila weather. You need to keep moving constantly to maintain airflow. Once you stop, even for a short while, you'll end up drenched in your own sweat. From up above this overpass, we can see the typical EDSA traffic. EDSA is always traffic, no matter what time of day. In the Philippines, when you hear EDSA, you immediately think of traffic congestion. Now this line is LRT1. As of today, if I am not mistaken, the last operational station is Dr. Santos Station in Parañaque City. Some stations are currently under construction, which will extend LRT1 all the way to Cavite province. The famous Baclaran street market starts around this area of EDSA and stretches all the way to Rojas Boulevard, covering Taft Avenue Extension, Redemptorist Road, and parts of Quirino Avenue. If you're Filipino, even if you haven't been to Baclaran, there's a high chance you've heard of it or seen it somewhere, maybe on TV or in the news. One of the things Baclaran is known for is its street market, or tiange, endless rows of stalls selling clothes, bags, shoes, gadgets, and much more. Like Divisoria, Baclaran is known for its cheap prices and bargain shopping. You can also negotiate the price, or tawad, to bring it even lower. Vendors are used to this, so they usually set prices a bit higher at first, expecting customers to haggle while still allowing them to earn. Baclaran is always crowded and chaotic, but that's what makes it interesting. If you're good at bargaining, this place is a gold mine. These smaller bags cost around 300 pesos, while these larger ones cost around 500 to 800 pesos. Compared to years ago, you can actually notice that the quality of these bargain products has improved, but of course, there is still always a chance that you might end up buying poor quality ones. Some of these items are also sold inside big malls, but unlike here, where prices are cheaper and you can haggle, the prices in malls are usually fixed, more expensive, and non negotiable. The start of classes for this year is just around the corner, so you can already see stalls selling school supplies like notebooks, pencils, crayons, and backpacks. A lot of parents and students come here looking for more affordable options since prices in malls can be quite high, especially when buying in bulk. And again, prices here are negotiable. It's also common to see people comparing items from different stalls to get the best deals before making a purchase. If you are a tourist or someone who enjoys urban exploration, adventure, or street photography, Baclaran offers a very unfiltered look at everyday life in Metro Manila. The crowded sidewalks, jeepneys, vendors, overpasses, traffic, and constant movement all create a very energetic and overwhelming but interesting environment at the same time. Baclaran shows the real side of Manila beyond business districts like Makati or BGC. It's raw, busy, and unpolished, but that's exactly what makes it memorable for many people visiting for the first time. Another popular product you'll see here is footwear. You can find rubber shoes, dress shoes, slippers, and sandals, and you can even buy them in bulk if you're a reseller. Many of the stalls have dozens of styles on display, with rows of shoes stacked from floor to ceiling. Most of these are imitations though, but I think the quality is good enough for the price. Of course, you shouldn't expect the same quality, durability, or comfort as the original branded versions, but for everyday use, many of them are actually quite reasonable. You can also find jewelry and watches here. Of course, these are mostly imitations. As for the watches, I wouldn't really recommend buying one. I tried before, and they only lasted a few weeks before they stopped working, especially the mechanical style ones. In Baclaran, gowns are actually very common because the area is known as a hub for bridal wear and event fashion. You can find everything from affordable ready made gowns to custom made designs for weddings, proms, and other special occasions. Many of these shops are located near Redemptorist Road and the streets behind Baclaran Church. If you don't want to buy a gown, you can also rent one at a much lower cost. And if you have a specific style or design in mind, many shops can create a custom gown based on your own design and measurements. This is one of the reasons why people from different parts of Metro Manila and even nearby provinces come to Baclaran when looking for formal wear. From here, MOA is actually just a couple of minutes away, and you can ride these tricycle-like tuk-tuks to get there. The short distance makes it interesting because you can quickly go from a chaotic street market environment to a huge modern mall area in just a few minutes. You'll sometimes see puppies being sold in and around this area of Baclaran. It's not something you notice immediately, but if you walk slowly and observe, you'll see small cages or vendors offering them along the streets. The area is also known for affordable Filipino street food. As you walk around, you'll usually see vendors selling kwek-kwek, fish balls, barbecues, balut, and many other local snacks. The smell of grilled food mixing with the heat, exhaust from vehicles, and constant foot traffic becomes part of the full Baclaran experience. It creates a sensory mix that you immediately notice the moment you step into the area. Many people stop briefly, not just to eat, but also to take a break from walking through the crowded streets. Despite the chaotic setting, the street food culture here is deeply rooted in everyday life. It's cheap, accessible, and familiar to many commuters and locals, making Baclaran not just a transport and commercial hub, but also a place where food and daily urban life naturally come together. And finally, the Baclaran Church, officially known as the National Shrine of Our Mother of Perpetual Help, stands as the most prominent landmark in the area and one of the most important pilgrimage sites in the Philippines. The church is widely known for its deep devotion to Our Mother of Perpetual Help, a Marian title whose image is enshrined at the altar and has become the center of continuous prayer for millions of devotees. The Redemptorist missionaries brought the icon to the Philippines in the early 1900s, and over time, devotion grew rapidly, eventually transforming Baclaran into a major religious destination. One of the most defining traditions here is the Wednesday Novena, which started in 1948. What began as a simple devotional practice eventually became a nationwide phenomenon. Every Wednesday, thousands of people, sometimes even more, flock to the church to pray the novena. The devotion became so strong that Baclaran Day is often used to refer to Wednesdays in Metro Manila, especially in the surrounding areas. The current church structure was completed in the 1950s, designed to accommodate the growing number of pilgrims. Even with its large size, it often becomes full during peak times, with people spilling out into the church grounds, sidewalks, and nearby streets. Beyond its religious significance, Baclaran Church is also deeply tied to the social history of Metro Manila. It has served as a place of refuge during major historical events, including political unrest and natural disasters, where people gathered not just for prayer, but also for solidarity and hope. Today, it remains both a spiritual center and a cultural landmark. Many visitors combine a trip to the church with exploring the surrounding Baclaran area, known for its bustling markets, street vendors, and constant movement, making it a place where religious devotion and everyday urban life exist side by side. That's it for today's walk. Thank you so much for joining me and walking with me until the end. I really appreciate it. Cheers, and see you in the next one.